It was very natural to him. And it made our job a lot easier. And so we could actually step it up some more, with him, instead of bringing in a stunt double, he was our guy. And he was the one that did all the fights that you see in the movie.
Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Jana.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you and to talk about the Beekeeper and to talk about stunts. This is one of the things that I love about movies because they always have these behind the scenes folks that you guys do magic there. So I love that.
Hard work to do the magic.
I know. How did you get involved in this project and what attracted you to the Beekeeper?
Well, I got involved in this project because I have another partner, Jeremy Moranis, who's a fight coordinator. He was approached by Jason to do this fight, this movie, and then Jeremy involved me in it because we've done work together. We've known each other for many, many years. And so between me and him, we were able to work for all the action sequence that was there, and bring in what we read on the script to bring it out on the big screen.
It's amazing. It's amazing. How was work with Jason? Because I think it's very particular. There's some scenes that are very particular, especially when he's in the farm. I would say the last scene that on the stairs, that's very crazy. So how's work with him?
Well, to work with Jason, I've done other films with him, and I always knew that he was very athletic and he had common sense and he knew coordination very well. That I knew that if he wanted to do action, he was one of the main actors who could do it. And so when we were doing this movie, we put together some action, and he got to see it, and then he had his own opinion, his ideas and everything else, and we collaborated together to get what everybody was happy with, and doing rehearsals with him and seeing him perform. It was like a natural to him. It was very natural to him, and it made our job a lot easier, and so we could actually step it up some more, with him, instead of bringing in a stunt double. He was our guy, and he was the one that did all the fights that you see in the movie.
And what happened if me get to do some stunt scenes? How that happened? Because I don't have any experience or anything.
Well, we don't know what your background is. If you're a gymnast, athletic, and everything else, and but if somebody who's just likes to be on front of camera and just do dialogue, we will. That's when we step in and we'll bring somebody who will look like you, and there you go. You have a stunt double, and we do all the action with the stunt double, and then we come back to your face and you give me the last. I did it, and this is how we, make movie magic. But to have Jason, the actual star in the movie, do all of his own stunts and create his own actions with us, and having David actually, our director, who could actually shoot that whole fight sequence, without many cuts, that's the audience. The audience love that. They know that he's doing it, not a stunt double. Yeah,
as I said, to the PR company, the movie delivers everything that I want for a Jason Statham movie. It's amazing. The fight scenes, everything's so good. This choreography, this dance that you guys do, it's amazing. What was the biggest challenge this time around? I know everything's a challenge, but
well, the challenge with Jason the biggest challenge was that if he felt comfortable and he knew the moves, there was nothing to worry about. But sometimes when we change last minute things, and then we have other performers that he's dealing with is not making the right moves, now you have a challenge of cut after cut after cut, and now all of a sudden this one sequence winds up being half a day, and it should have been just an hour. To me, to get our bloods going and everything else like that, and if we always practice and if we practice a lot, and Jason did, we moved very smooth, and it was a great thing because every department heads were looking at it and saying, "Oh my God, this guy knows how to fight, but they don't know that we've been training with him and rehearsing with him. But if you could do it right, everything runs smooth. It's the greatest thing. And so with doing this movie, there was really no challenge. It was basically, maybe sometimes the gun didn't fire, so now we're upset that the gun's fired. After all this fight, this gun got jammed. And we're like, oh God, what are we gonna do? So we got to redo another take, and or the knife breaks or something like that, or so it's not always the fight sequence; it's also the props and what's around us that sometimes malfunctions, and that's what we have to know our choreograph of fighting, so we could do it take after take after take.
Wow, it's amazing. And like last year, you have like 2 other amazing projects, the Blue Beetle, you have Rebel Moon. Like, is it different like to work like when you have like big screen? Because Rebel Moon, you have a lot of like big green screen, and also Blue Beetle. And it's different when you have a movie like that and then you have a movie like Beekeeper.
Well, every stunt performer needs to know a lot of what, it's a lot of people are not all around stunt performers. A lot of people are just good on the motorcycle or behind a wheel, and then you see them performing like in Fast Five and all that. It's like very amazing what they could do. But now if you take them out of that vehicle or that one sequence and they have them try to perform something else, you need to learn all around. So to me, it was like we all have specialties, but I still practice on things that I don't feel comfortable in. So I know that if I'm in that situation, it's going to run smooth and I'm not going to choke. It's going to, or get hurt. I rehearsed it. So I know, practice makes perfect. And that's what we have, that's the stunt performer's duty, is to learn as much as you can. And as the years go, as I see the future, extreme stunts is getting like way crazy. And like now some of these things that these guys do, these young cats, I can't do it. And I will have the respect to say, find somebody else, because I don't want to hurt nobody else. Not only myself, I could hurt other people because I'm not feeling comfortable in that stunt sequence. So there's pride there, and you have to learn pride is not always safe,
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be honest with yourself.
Exactly. Talking about this, like is there like injuries? Like there is a lot of injuries. How do you guys avoid those type of, when you have, I've seen like that, like a move like this,
Yeah. No, I mean, to do all the action sequence like that, we also have to talk to other department heads, like for the weapons we use, if we could then have, fake ones, rubber ones, lighter ones, so we can move quicker and not hurt each other, because even some of these real guns weigh a lot of weight and they're sharp. And so you just getting tapped, you're going to open up a skin wound and blood and the whole thing. So we involve ourselves with other departments, like wardrobe, art, props, armory, and we collaborate of how what we need to make lighter, so we could perform our action, and then eventually with the big close-ups we use the real weapons, but it's just practice. Never forget the moves. You forget the moves, you could hurt somebody, yourself or other people, so it's all about learning the dance, learning the combo, and performing it the best as you could.
Yeah, that scene at the stair, I don't want to spoil because people need to watch that, but that scene is fantastic. I was like, oh my God, he's going up, and then it's all the fight. It's like it's so amazing. And even in the corridor, like when he's trying to I don't want to spoil, I'm not gonna say anything.
In the mirrors, where all
in the
mirrors
mirror, yes. Yes, it's amazing. It's so good. And if you have an advice to give to someone that wanna pursue a career in being a stunt, what advice you give to that person?
The advice I would give to somebody who wants to be an action performer is that you need to have some kind of background skills, some sports that you really like, train hard at it, but also then get your hands on other sports and activities. The more you put into it, the more you will receive in the end. But you might have many years that you don't see any results, but if you keep it going, you have to give yourself a time period. Like, I am going to do this for the next 5 years. And in 5 years, I don't get a call, I'm done. You know, I'm gonna have to find another career, you know. So you know, you don't want to waste your life too, you know. So I give him his discipline, some sacrifice, and also a lot of training.
Aside from the Beekeeper, any other projects coming up soon for you?
Yeah, I'm actually doing Jason's next movie. I'll be heading out to London soon, and we're already prepping for his next movie. And we already been talking about some of the action that he's, you know, some of the scenes already we're talking about action. So, you know, once we get there, we'll start, you know, with props and, you know, art department and weapons, armories, and we'll decide what we're going to do to make that sequence action.
Amazing, Eddie. Say hello to him, to Jason. I just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to meet you, to talk to you.
Thank you.
What you guys do is, like we said, it's magic. And like people on animation, like people, like the costumes, everything, like the behind the scene folks are always, I always appreciate.
Every department is a key, you know, key to making action.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.